Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, uh, our founding president, T.H.B. Simons, members of the graduating class, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, I am deeply honored to receive an honorary Doctor of Letters. Okay, but I'm also humbled. Trent University played such a major role in my achievements that I cannot help wonder whether the institution itself should be receiving the award. Certainly, it should be shared with all those who inspired, encouraged, challenged, and prodded me along the way. And there were many. Nor would this have been possible without the support of my family, and especially my husband, who was my anchor in many a storm. This morning, I am doubly honored the opportunity to give the Convocation address. Trent's strength is enhanced by a beautiful campus, exceptional educational opportunities, close interaction with family, but the root of Trent's success has always been its students. This morning, we will witness those from the Oshawa campus receiving their undergrad degrees and those from Trent School of Graduate Studies receiving their master's and doctoral degrees. These achievements were a result of hard work and determination. So to each and every one of you, my hearty congratulations. My own introduction to Trent began, as you've just heard, with a class taught by the young man who introduced me. Well, at the time, he seemed to be a very young man. Aside from his enthusiasm and insight, Professor Wadlin's Canadian Studies 200 course not only instilled a deep appreciation for our country, but taught me to seek answers beyond the written word, to analyze and compare, to explore the interdisciplinary and the intradisciplinary, and essentially to think outside the box. And giving credit, well, by the way, inevitably, those attributes I used when I was researching and writing Polar Imperative, and I honestly believe it was responsible for my success. Giving credit where credit is due, it was Bruce Hodgins, now Professor Emeritus, who turned my vision northward in his History, Canadian Studies North course, which in turn led to my research in the Arctic. At the time, it was a region of Canada that is now vital to our future, but at the time it was little known to many Canadians. And finally, everyone involved in the study of Canada is indebted to Trent's founding president, T.H.B. Simons, for advancing the importance of Canada throughout North America and abroad. Just as it was important to know ourselves, that was the title of his report for the Commission on Canadian Studies, it was equally important that the rest of the world learn about Canada. In many respects, I share much in common with the members of today's graduating class, quite apart from the long hours of hard work, sleepless nights, blurred vision. Like them, I had no personal secretary or research assistant. I know. Yet behind our efforts, there was always a support group, whether family, loved ones, faculty, friends, who provided with us with the stamina to reach that elusive finish line. And I suspect we all had special guardian angels who kept us from falling off the rails. But sometimes, in absence of mind, we may have taken for granted those behind the scenes who provided us with constant, but less visible support, and some of it financial. Many of you are here today, and I'm asking the graduating class if you'll stand and join me in applause for your invisible support. To the graduates, and your turn for applause will come later. You have applied yourself diligently to seek knowledge for beyond the normal course of studies, and you should be proud of your achievements. This is a time of celebration, marking a milestone and hopefully a lifetime of learning. Graduation is not an end, but simply the beginning of the next chapter of your life, one in which you have added new building blocks to establish a firmer foundation. Excuse me. And some of you may already have employment. Others may not be so fortunate. Some may be returning to university. Regardless, you're about to embark on a new frontier, one full of promises, but also major challenges. While the rewards of hard work do not come on a silver platter, the opportunities are there to seek and find. They may seem elusive at times, but you now have the keys to open the doors that were once closed to you. And while there may be bumps on the road ahead, there always are, fate has a way of leveling the playing field. For in moments of adversity, there are unexpected opportunities. How one responds to those opportunities rests with the individual. Success in one's career should never be measured in dollars and cents or fancy titles. The key is being able to share your knowledge in a friendly environment that encourages further learning and new opportunities. You are among the most fortunate in the world, and as such have a responsibility to help make it a better place for future generations. Which brings me to the role of leadership. Paths are something one follows. Footprints are what we leave behind. Anyone can follow a path and leave footprints, but leaders are the trailblazers who create new pathways for others. Leadership is not automatically conferred on one by virtue of a title or position of power, nor is it measured by personal achievements. Leadership skills require the ability to inspire, and they are learned from experience, molded by wisdom and integrity, deployed with sufficient influence to earn respect. In the words of former U.S. President John Quincy Adams, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, you are a leader. Leadership can take many forms, whether simply leading an example as a role model for children, friends, and neighbors, or through more focused contributions in education, politics, protection of the environment, care for the less fortunate, or advancing responsible business ethics. Although always revered, leadership skills will become increasingly important as we navigate the geopolitical minefield that's unfolding before us. Life experiences move in mysterious ways, not always at our bidding or according to plan. But the rapidity of changes affecting our planet today has been exceptional. But not all changes are positive. Today, we're faced with the consequences of climate change, increasing violence, civil unrest, and terrorism. In computer language, our world seems to be stuck in fast forward, with the escape key frozen, and the IT department nowhere to be found. Change itself is ongoing, sprouting here and there, sometimes where least expected. Yet each change should be seen as an opportunity to test new ideas, new ways of doing things, and new means of communication, all the while recognizing that how we affect world affairs will be how the world views Canadians. Of serious concern is whether the world can adapt to these changes and at the same time protect the environment and from degradation that could adversely affect all forms of life. It will be up to the leaders of tomorrow to provide those answers. The date, June 5th, will hold special meaning for those graduating today, as it has for others in the past. And for example, no, I'm not going to go to D-Day. On the date in 1661, Isaac Newton was admitted as a student to Trinity College, Cambridge. Not exactly a parallel because he was entering, you're leaving, some of you. But he left behind an impressive legacy, including the laws of gravitation and a new form of mathematics called calculus, which I've never mastered. In his memoirs, Newton left a message I want to share with you. as it is relevant today as it was 350 years ago. Quote, I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem only like a boy playing on the seashore, finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay undiscovered all around me. Now, if Isaac Newton was standing here, and not I, he might suggest you will find the easy answers near at hand, but that far greater opportunities lie beyond, infinite and waiting to be discovered. You have achieved another milestone in your education, but may the learning process be ongoing, leaving no stone unturned, no shell buried in the sand. A love of learning may be the most valuable gift you have received from university. To each and every one of you who will receive their degrees this morning, I wish you the very best to move forward to a new chapter in your life. I'm confident that you're ready to meet the challenges and create new paths for others to follow. To the leaders of tomorrow, bon voyage.